Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Just want to show you guys my new shirt, a surprise shirt given to me by my good friend Titan 413. Titan, what a surprise! What a surprise! I picked up the package yesterday. Titan 413 was at the Royal Rumble last week, and then he sent me. I thought he was just gonna send me one shirt. He sent me two shirts, and these things ain't cheap. I'll tell you that much. These things ain't cheap. Thank you so much, Titan. I really appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. The last time is now. This is John Cena's retirement shirt. An awesome picture of him down there as well. My friend Titan, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. As a uh, lifelong wrestling fan, for sure. Thank you so much, my friend. This is great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, he also got me an OTC shirt. I'm going to wear that tomorrow. But thank you so much, Titan. You're the best. All right, big round of applause for Titan. Big round of applause for Titan. Thank you so. You know, to be honest, guys, it really means so much to me when you guys do something like this. You know, I'm just a dude here, just trying to draw, and for you guys to show your love in this sort of way, it really means a lot to me. So thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. As we get back to this, you don't. LS is like, are you wearing a shirt? Are you wearing a shirt? Hey, man, never give up, guys. Never give up. And rise above the hate. Rise above the hate, guys. Rise above the hate. And look at the back. You don't see. Is that you don't see? I don't know if you can see this. Don't see me? Okay. It fits well enough where I don't have to wear a shirt, though. At the same time, I could lose a few pounds. I'll just let you know. I can lose a few pounds just to let you know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Titan. I really appreciate it. We'll wear the OTC one tomorrow. We'll stick with John Cena here today. But let's get to the drawing, guys. Apologies, I was a couple of minutes late today. Now, I did start the layout for this particular piece here. And again, for those of you who voted, thank you to everyone who voted. Right now, you see here the vote. For today, we're going to do the Legion of Doom. Today, the first part of the Legion of Doom. And what's it called? First of all, guys, I made a boo-boo yesterday. I made a little boo-boo yesterday. I accidentally scheduled the Flintstones video to today. I thought it was going to be up yesterday at 6. And then I didn't check it. Like, I scheduled it. So I just put it up at midnight tonight. So if you guys get the chance, sometimes during the stream, or if you want to go watch it right now, go watch it right now. Go check out the Flintstones video that I did. The Flintstones video, it should be the latest video, published video. I'm actually really happy with that video. So if you guys want to go check that out, that video is out. Also, the Ben 10 video just came out a couple days ago. As you guys know, I'm trying to do a live stream in the morning and then an edited video in the afternoon. I already have today's video ready to go. It is actually the first Super Friends video that's coming out today. But this is like the villain version, like Mirrorverse version of it right now. So let me show you guys where I'm at here. Okay, so I already started sketching this out this morning, and hopefully this will go a little better and faster. Now, I should put a timer on this. Yesterday I was a little lax with the time, and I think that really cost me. Now we are trying to do 5 characters, and we are starting way later than usual. So Chris Walk watched it at midnight already. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. So we're gonna not waste any time here. We're gonna go 30 minutes for Lex right now, and what I don't want to happen is that I'm not finishing these pieces. Like yesterday, I wasn't able to even touch the Power Rangers piece. But then again, the other ones are taped. Now these ones are going to be separate from each other. So I do want to finish this today, even if we aren't able to finish it in stream today. Then I'll probably take a few minutes and finish it afterwards. But we will go. Okay, so let's get going. I looked for a Cena bun shirt, but they didn't have one. Unfortunately, maybe one of these days they will have it. I just realized one of my lights are off. Let me turn on the other light. It's like, why is it so dark? There you go. That's better. Okay, so if you guys are ready, here we go. Let's get started here. I'm going to go straight to ink, guys. Going to go straight to ink. As you see here, we have our Legion of Doom piece here, guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. Drawing a lot of these villains here. Any chance of doing an Arcane stream? Well, you know what? I kind of want to watch it first. if I can be completely honest with you, kind of want to watch it. By the way, guys, do you hear the music? Oh, that's why I don't hear the music. It's in my earbuds. There, it's in my earbuds. So let's go ahead. Oops, let's go ahead and get started here. So what do you guys want to talk about, guys? Only five? No, remember this is three pieces, guys. So this is just part one of it. So we're gonna do the other. The other two will have four characters each. So today we are focusing on Lex Luthor. We're gonna do the Riddler. We are doing Sinestro, and then two more obscure characters. We're doing Toyman, and we're doing Giganta. Okay, so those are the five that we are doing today. And the other pieces, don't worry, we're going to be adding Bizarro, Bizarro, Brainiac, what's his name, Black Manta, Cheetah, like all those. We're going to add those in the other subsequent pieces. And as you can see, the layout is very, very similar to what I want is like the villain version of what we did already with the Super Friends piece that we did. And by the way, that Super Friends piece, that is coming out later today. Okay, so that will be coming out at 6 o'clock today. So you can see the full color version of the first Super Friends piece. Okay. That was a lot of fun to color. But again, guys, I'm you know, when you see the original, I don't think it's bad when you see the original artwork. Once you see the colored version, once it's scanned in, and even when I add my effects, it loses a bit of quality. I'll be honest, it loses a tiny bit of quality. To me personally, and then that's just something I need to get better at. I think if anything, I'm going to try to get better at my Copic coloring this year, or earn enough where it makes sense to actually hire a colorist. In that sense, and a couple of reasons I want to hire a colorist, guys, as opposed to letting you guys color it, because I know some of you want to color my pieces, and I appreciate that. But the reason is because you know, I'm also buying the rights to the colored work, so I could sell it later if or at least have the option of selling it later. It's a little tougher if I do it where everybody can color it, because I wouldn't feel right selling it as prints. You know, unless that person was fairly compensated for it, right? So, you know, trying to find a better way to do that. So in the meantime, you know, I'm going to take this opportunity to try to get better at this Copic stuff. Or you can call it, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be Copic either. It could be like, you know, like you said, I'm open to everything. Like Oahu. It's just, you know, I still have all my Copic markers here. A lot left over from, you know, I'm surprised a lot of these lasted this long. Because, you know, I have a lot left over from when we did the Fortnite piece, the 700 Fortnite characters, and then, like, these Copics have been through war, guys. War. It's been through that. It's been through, you know, the Pokemon piece as well. Like, it's the only way I'm going to be able to do, like, something with, like, 1,000 characters is because, you know, which colors want to color that, man? Who wants to color that? And even if I was able to find a colorist willing to take on that project, that's going to cost a ton of money to actually get a colorist to do that. So it's like, it makes sense that I'm the one to do it. So Chris has a little migraine. Okay, feel free, my friend. I'll do more sign language. I'm not even gonna bother faking the sign language. Fake the sign language. So yeah. Okay, Titan. Have a good day at work, and thank you again for the shirts, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you again. Really means a lot to me. I can be wearing these shirts often. I won't lie, guys. We're wearing these shirts often. You guys know I'm a big wrestling fan. Speaking of which, last night, speaking of wrestling, Ricky Starks made his debut on NXT last night. Ricky Starks, after being in prison, AEW prison, made his debut last night. Okay, and that's real insider baseball, by the way, guys. You wouldn't know what I'm talking about if you're just a casual wrestling fan, so I won't talk too much about it. But what I will talk about, though, is the reviews for Captain America. So the the review embargo lifted, I believe, yesterday, or the social media review embargo lifted yesterday, and not promising, guys. Not promising. Now, granted, I only saw a couple of reviews. I only saw a couple of reviews for it, so so maybe it was just the couple I saw. But these are guys that the ones I saw. I saw the Soups one, and I saw another guy, Flickinger, John Flickinger's review, and not promising, guys. Not promising. Let's see here. Let me see here. Captain America. Audience review. People sees its first reviews. Mixed reviews right now. Like they said, it was like someone even said it was more like a Hulk movie with Captain America kind of shoot in as the lead. That's what they were saying. They said it's all right, not great, not bad, right? Yeah, it's aight. A lot of aight. And that sucks, man. You want video. Of course, you want every movie to be good, you know. And it does kind of worry me when I hear that, and then now I'm gonna bring. I plan on bringing my family to go watch it, and I'm hoping we'll be disappointed. But you know what? I like all those Hulk characters. I love that first Hulk MCU movie. So, but they also say don't, Red Hulk's not in it a lot. That's what they're saying, right? You don't see a lot of Red Hulk in there as well. So. Eddie says, James, do you go visit John Campion's podcast studio as a guest? That'd be nice. It's up to John. It's up to John. And again, it's up to when I'm in the area. Because it's not only you have to go to the Los Angeles area. Also, he lives pretty far from Los Angeles. He lives like a good hour out, I think. Hour out from the actual Los Angeles proper. So, if he invites me, sure, absolutely. Absolutely, and condolences to John. He just lost his mom. So condolences to him and his entire family. So he was actually just up here recently. Of course, like his family doesn't live that far from me. His family lives in Hamilton, which is roughly around 3 hours from here. But if he invites me, of course, I'd love to be on. Last time I was in LA, we couldn't make it work. Unfortunately, so we'll see if that ever happens. We'll see. But again, John has always been one of my inspirations. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, his name is John Campia. He's I wouldn't call him a pundit anymore, right? But he has his show, movie show, the John Campia Show, and he's doing extremely well. Talking about a guy that broke out to do his own thing, Like he had his corporate jobs. He had his corporate jobs, but at the same time, he wanted to do his own thing, and then he went out to start YouTube, only expecting to make like $100 a month, $200 a month. But then I remember that day too. I remember watching his show and him getting his first super chat. And those of you who watch his show, now you know that his whole show is based on tips from the audience. And of course, he's getting major sponsors all the time now, right? But back then, I remember seeing his face when he got the first super chat. He's like, "Oh, I got a super chat," and he's talking again, and he got another one. He's like, "Oh, I got a super chat." So good on him. Good on him. When I quit my job. And I showed John this too. When I quit my job in 2015, again, 10 years ago, guys, that's one thing we're going to celebrate this year. 10 years from the day I quit my job to make this decision to try this full time. It's one thing to actually start the channel for fun. It's another when you go all in. And 2015 was the year I went all in. Um, and I drew his head too big again. I keep drawing the heads too big, guys. I don't know, whatever. Um, so on my wall, on the wall, just for motivation, you'd find ways to motivate yourself. And in essence, maybe I should do that right now. Um, you look at people. I've always put up numbers and stuff on my wall. And again, just for motivation. People put sometimes quotes and maybe Bible verses and stuff like on their mirror, like whenever they go to whenever they go to the bathroom, they get a little inspired. So I did that, and I had three names that I put up on my wall, and those three names of people that inspired me to do what I was doing at the time. So, those three names were Jazza, my buddy Jazza. They were Boss Logic. You guys know Boss Logic. And John Campia. Those were the three names. And I remember when I was in LA for the mural, I went to John Campia's show. He had a little. He put together this small theater show, but a lot of people showed up. More, if I were to put on a theater show today, probably be just you guys showing up, maybe. But he put up a theater show, and a lot of people came. A lot of people came to this. This was a small theater, but a lot of people came. So I met him there. I saw him there, and that's what I showed him. I said, I want to show you something, and he thought I was going to show him my mural, but no. I said, no. Look at this, and I showed him that picture with his name there, and he really appreciated it. So it was really nice. John's a good friend. He's a good friend, and always killing it. So, question is, who would I put up today? Who would I put up today? Am I going to draw Cabal from the Avengers? Not in this piece. This is DC, baby. Hello, Bryce. Who would I put up today? Now, let me ask you guys this, then. I think that's a good question. To those of you guys watching right now, who would be your three names? If you were to have three people, okay, and don't include me. As much as I love it when you guys include me, and even though I say don't include me, a lot of you include me. I appreciate that, but I am very curious to know, who are your three inspirations right now? Three. And when I say inspirations, people that you aspire to be, or people whose career that you want, or people whose career that you think is achievable right now. And that, because, for sure that changes over time, right? How much time do I got here? I got to put this timer right here so I can see 16. I got 16 minutes. Who are your three? Okay? And please don't say me. Please don't say me for a couple of reasons. Number one, like I know a lot of you, that's an obvious thing. Number two, I don't think I should be the one right now, especially for what I'm doing right now. Probably not, but who would be your three that you would put on that wall right now to motivate you? Oh, I also put there how much money I was losing. I won't tell you guys the exact number, but I also put up there the amount of money I was losing because I went all in on what I was doing. Doesn't that people who influence you? Okay, so it could be anybody, YouTubers, artists, whatever you think influences you. And that's the difference, okay? That's the difference. So that's my question to you guys. Who are your influences? Or influences. What three names would you put up on the wall to inspire you when you wake up in the morning? Okay, so Bryce, see, like, for example, like Bryce puts up, it doesn't necessarily be influencers in that way. Bryce has Lord Jesus Christ, his dad, and his teacher, Professor Alan Lawrence. Okay, awesome, right? Brian says Chris Stuckman. That's a great one, by the way. Jason Trost and Mark Kermode. I don't know those other two. I'm not familiar with the other two. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, of course, Walter. Yes, there you go. Three names is a lot. Well, Michael says Wilson Tortosa. Yes, I remember Wilson Tortosa. Is he still working? Battle of the Planets. I remember that. I will remember Wilson Tortosa. Again, another Filipino artist. Is he still working today? Let's see here. Ali says Jim Lee, David Finch, Todd McFarlane. Can't go wrong there. Jeremy Prater has two different McFarlanes, Seth and Todd McFarlane. Tom Cruise, Stanley. Slar, Art Focus, Ian McKegg. Amazing choice. Glenn Keane and TB Choi. I'm not sure who TB Choi is. No. Alpha says Christ, Toriyama, and Brian Drummond. There you go. Asado says Mike Tyson, Khabib, and Jack Kirby. Wow. What a trio. So I think mine right now. Let me think mine right now. And I might even actually go ahead and put these up. I think one would be Jolly Arts. I think that guy right now, he's, for what he's achieved in the past few years, I think he's right up there right now for me. I would say, oh, John. Let me think about that for a second, guys. Even me, I'm thinking about it. Is would I still put John up there? Well, here's an off one. JD from New York. He might be on there. Again, JD from New York, for you guys who don't know, he's a wrestling podcaster, a wrestling reviewer. He's very brash, very not for kids. Definitely not for kids. So if you're a kid watching, don't look him up. He curses way too much. Okay, but what he's able to achieve with his community, and and everything that he's doing. So opinions aside, biases. If you think he has biases aside, what he's able to do with his community, I think that's very admirable. I think he would be definitely on that list for today. If I'm going to pick other ones other than that. So talked about extremely successful. Like he doesn't have the most subscribers, but he has such a dedicated fan base. So because you could shoot for the stars. I could say my buddy ZHC, though he, of course, he's not as popular as he once was back in the day. But thinking of something that's more, I won't even say realistic, but something that's in far grasp. So. He used to be a jewelry salesman in New York and hated it. There you go. JD has a lot from his mother's basement, yeah. TB Choi worked on Overwatch. Okay. Oh, she's very good. Okay, awesome. I'm going to check him out. Yeah, there you go. By the way, it's Mare watching. If Mare's watching, by the way, guys, what we're going to do tomorrow, I am hoping tomorrow we're going to actually be streaming a lot tomorrow, okay? First of all, I want to finish off Mare's commission. Okay, the OC that I started working on. So I do want to finish that live with you. Also, by the way, Mare, I heard Mare. I was listening to another podcaster. His name's the Solomonster. And he had a question come in from Mare from Israel. And I'm like, that's the guy I'm doing the OC for. Like, that's the same guy. All right, we listen to the same guys. So, but anyway, okay, take care, Bryce. Have a good, wonderful day. Will I do a He-Man villains piece? Yes, I most likely will. Not anytime soon. To be honest, guys, I kind of have the next couple months laid out of pieces I want to do and put together. And before I change that, there has to be a good reason for me to change what I want to do. But so before we even bother changing, oh, we got like 10 minutes left, guys. 10 minutes left. Okay, so yo, that micron's thick. It is a thick micron. That's a 12. You don't see it that often. The 12s. So yeah, I would say JD from New York. I would say Jolly Arts. And who else? Who's the other? Who's the third? Okay. And again, I'm not gonna go religious because you guys know that's like every day for me, right? But just thinking in terms of people whose success I want to mirror in that sense, you know. Without getting the old guys back again, like John. Of course, I could probably put John back on that list for sure, you know. I have to think about who number 3 would be. I'd have to think about it. See, you got me thinking, guys. I'm trying to think who my number 3 would be because I'm actually gonna put it up. I think I am gonna put it up. I might even put it up here, on the side here. You know. Let's see here. Am I planning on starting a wrestling podcast? I'd like to. You guys know I would love to do that, but at the same time, I'm trying to rebuild my YouTube channel right now. So my time is extremely limited as it is. So as much as I would love to, right now, now is really not the time. Maybe if I am able to afford that new colors, maybe I can devote a little bit more time to that. Okay, I might give myself an extra 15 minutes for this Lex Luthor, guys. I might. I might. I might need to go to the art store today, guys. I might, because I need more brush pens. I always buy brush pens. I don't know what happened to them. I can't. I couldn't have got them all. Used them all. But let's see here. James tried to do Popeye to Marvel style. I did, Michael. I did do that last month. We did that last month. That video actually should be out maybe in a couple weeks. Okay, so we did do that, by the way. So we did that live on stream. Naveen says, bro, I've been following you so many years now. Much love, man. Thank you so much. You're only becoming better. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, you know who's another one? And again, talk about a guy that that's really out of reach. But in terms of a guy that was, an old school YouTuber that kept evolving, right? And definitely killing right now. Who might be on that list? And again, this is not set in stone, but maybe a Ray William Johnson would be on that list. A Ray William Johnson, a guy who reinvented himself. If you guys have ever seen his stuff, he does these stories. Though I don't like the fact that he's using AI. I don't like the fact that he's using AI for his videos. But I'm still there listening to the stories that he's telling. But the thing is, he kept evolving. That's the thing with Ray William Johnson. He kept evolving. Brian says, I'd so listen to you do a wrestling podcast. Oh, boy. Maybe, guys, maybe. You guys know I love wrestling. I absolutely love wrestling, but you can see the passion comes out. That was my first love. Even before comics, guys. Even before comics, wrestling has been my number one. Let's see here. But Ray William Johnson, like first of all, if you listen to his Logan Paul interview from a few years ago, like he had no intention of going on TikTok. He had no intention of going on TikTok at all, and then he kind of found his niche. But even on TikTok, he evolved. He evolved. He went from he started roasting. He did roast for a bit, but then he started getting in trouble. Man, I have a habit of drawing heads too big these days, guys. I have it. Yeah, his head's too big. I don't know, guys. It's just a habit I'm having now. I'm noticing with my work. He should have a big head. He's a villain. Yeah. And he's even sponsored by an AI company. It's called like Leonardo AI. I shouldn't say which one it is. I don't want to give him any shine. These guys taking our jobs. But but the way he was able to evolve and to what he's doing now, it's pretty incredible right now. So uh, he could be one that's on the list for sure. Oh, sorry guys, rushing a little bit here because the timer's down to 2 minutes. I probably will give myself a tiny bit more time here. So, so yeah. Head too big may not be idealized, but works for normal human proportions. Yeah, I guess. I think I definitely need a new. I need to go to Michael's, guys. I need to go to Michael's. Yeah, I probably need paper too. I might quickly go stop by Michael's today. Equals three reviews. Again, ALS like again evolving, right? So for those of you who don't know, Ray William Johnson was an OG YouTuber. He was one of the first to get to how many million subscribers. Like he was the top subscribed channel before back in the day. So yeah. Hi Curly, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Alpha says his justice list: Dan Sakai, the Chamba. Oh, I love the Chamba. He's great. And Fluffy. That's a good one too. That's a good one too. If this was before the pre Golden Globes, I think Joe Coy might have been on my list. If this was pre Golden Globes. Now again, not saying that he's still not successful. Of course, he's crazy successful, but like I'll be honest, that it kind of lost some luster. Let's just say it that way. Lost a little bit of luster. And again, he had a lot working against him, and that's my timer, guys. I'm gonna give myself another 15 minutes, okay? Maybe another 10 minutes. Lost a little bit of luster, a little bit because of the whole what's it called? Thing fiasco, Golden Globes fiasco there. And again, the guy's rich out of his mind, so it's not like he needs it. Needs that A-list status. But there's no way he's going to get on the A-list now. He'll never get there. Well, you never say never, never, never. But I don't see how. I don't see how. Like, he could make a comeback, but until then, he'll always be special to us Filipinos for sure. And again, it's not like he's not more successful than all of these guys put together, right? But I don't know. It's one of those type of things, right? So, hey, box office, box art, where are you from? Hello, Jay. Good to see you. Is Jay or Jai? Jai or Jay? I am from Canada, from Toronto, Canada, my friend. So right now, for me, it is 6:41 in the a.m. for me. As we try to finish up this again, what I don't want to happen is what happened yesterday, guys. Though at the same time, I should have started. Maybe I should have started a bit earlier today. I had his hand open. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it, guys. Just because of why? Because of the time. Yeah, there's so much more I want to do this thing, but we got to get to the other characters, guys. We got to get to the other characters. That's the problem when you have 5 characters here. So, ink's running out. There you go. Manny Pacquiao and a Marvel style, Michael. I've drawn Manny Pacquiao before, Michael. Actually, and if you guys want, you can check out, if you type in box office artist, Pacquiao Mayweather, I did this whole tribute piece to Pacquiao Mayweather that actually got the attention of ESPN. We were in talks of doing something. We just couldn't make it work. They determined that the person who came up with the idea, they determined it was too similar to what they already had. They had another artist team that was working on something similar to what I would have done with it, so they ended up not doing it. It was for the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, and they were even thinking about bringing me to Las Vegas and stuff, but yeah, it didn't pan out. Stuff like that happens, guys. You lose opportunities. You never know. Nothing's ever set in stone. Hello, Best in Box. Good to see you, my friend. I am having an amazing day. Thank you so much. Especially with my new shirt. Thanks to Titan. There you go. Thank you, Titan. Have you ever based a character's appearance on anyone like in your life or celebrity because they thought their look fit the character? Absolutely. Maybe not somebody in my life, but back in the day when I was working in comics, back in the day, it was actually common to cast your characters, to cast them, or have them based on actors. Now, nowadays, sometimes actors will get mad now if you do that. They will say that you're using their likeness, and they have a point. They should be compensated for using their likenesses. likeness, you know. So I get that sense. But back then, you know, because the first one to do it, guys, the first one to do it was Brian Hitch, who did it and made it popular. Brian Hitch, when he casted, and you know, talk about ramifications. We talked about how comic artists don't get the credit they deserve. If it wasn't for Brian Hitch, we would have never saw Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. I'll tell you that much. Because he was the first one to draw Nick Fury like Samuel L. Jackson. If you look at those old Ultimate books, he was the first one, and everyone's like, "Yeah, that works," because they, you know, in the Ultimate universe, they changed Nick Fury from being a you know, a Caucasian to an African American, and you know, if you look at the first person to draw him, Mark Bagley, like, he looked nothing like Nick Fury, like, you know. Why did I put David Finch on my list, guys? Why did I put David Finch on my list? So obvious. So obvious, man. So obvious. Why isn't David Finch on that list? It was so obvious I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about again? But yeah. So for me, when I was working for Marvel, I did cast, quote unquote cast. If you look at, I wouldn't even say casting. If you look at when I did Fantastic Four, I did a one shot Invisible Woman, Captain Universe, Invisible Woman. And if you look at that, if you look slightly, they don't look exactly like them. They don't exactly like them, but I had for inspiration the actors from the original Fantastic Four movie from the 2000s. Ian Griffold, Jessica Alba. You could tell I had them in mind. You could tell for Gladiator, when I drew Gladiator, he looked like The Rock, and that was unintentional. I was, you know, I was looking at a lot of Rock reference when I was drawing him, you know. Comics to me is like kind of like directing a movie. No, it is. It is for sure. You're a director. That's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. You know, you got a script, and even if the writer tells you pen for pen on what should be happening, at the end of the day, it's the artist's vision that gets seen. So that's a totally valid comparison there, Ilaria. Comic artists are directors on the page. That's what we are. That's what we are, for sure. Let's see here. So I did that. When I worked on Birds of Prey, and people called it out right away, like in forums too. It was so obvious. I was using Sarah Michelle Gellar as a model for Black Canary. It was very obvious, and I saw on message boards. I'm glad Twitter wasn't a thing back then, but it was very obvious that I was using her as a model. So stuff like that, yes. So absolutely, absolutely. Hi Mario, good to see you, my friend. Hello, Surbat, good to see you, my friend. So today, we are talking a bit about inspirations and people who inspire us. So for those of you new here, and if you haven't chimed in yet, I'd love to know who would be your three inspirations that you would put on a wall. So wake you up. So when you wake up, you're inspired every day. I would say let's stay away from religious inspirations, because that's a given, right? Like, even for me, that's definitely a given. You guys know how religious I am. That's it. Yes. Okay. Let's move on. I'm just gonna add one more thing here, and then we're gonna move on. I'm just gonna black out the legs here. Again, guys, I wish I could go more on this, but we gotta move on. Look how bad this marker is, guys. Um, so not religious, but who are artists or podcasters or people whose careers you want to aspire to have. I think that's a good one, or inspires what you want to do in the future. And we had some great stuff here. Like, of course, we have some of the obvious names like Jim Lee and all that stuff, and then we have some creators of movies and stuff, actors, some voice actors here, some a very eclectic list of characters for sure. So, okay, we're gonna draw the Riddler now, guys. Let's go ahead and draw the Riddler. You are my inspiration. Thank you, Mario. And aside from me, I think we made that distinction. Aside from me, my friends. I'm going to give myself 20 minutes for the Riddler here, guys, okay? So 20 minutes for the Riddler. It's funny how in the in the cartoon they don't use the Joker, right? But they do use the Riddler. I think the Joker is part of the Joker part of the Legion of Doom, guys. And you know what I noticed also with all of these characters is that they all have like widow's peak. They all have widow's peaks, with the hair. Mario says Arnold's your inspiration to go in the gym. Yeah, for sure. There you go. Have I seen those motion comics? I have seen those. I have seen those for sure. Michael's Jim Lee. Do you think it's still possible to have a career like this at 40? These days, yeah, it is. I know for a lot of you guys, well, a lot of us here are in our 40s, for sure. For a lot of you younger guys, you don't realize how young you feel at 40. You know? Yes, you have less time, and yes, you wish you did things earlier. But just because of that, it doesn't mean life's over at the same time, right? If you play your cards right, if you take care of yourself, and if, you win the genetics lottery, you could be around for another 40, 50 years, for sure. So the question is, what you're going to do with those 40, 50 years, you know? We go through life thinking that we will, We should live to play the game, This guy kind of looks like the Saw Monster. There you go. Or at least that's how I deem it anyway, as a guy that's on the wrong side of 40 in that sense, where I'm not halfway. I'm a little bit past halfway in my 40s now. It's like I'm gonna keep living, guys. We got a lot to go, So feels young, less time, but feels young. Like you make sure that everything's secure for you and your family, and then you just go for it. Why not? Like, I still have the strength. I could still walk. I could still, I could still wake up early. I could still work 12, 15 hours a day. So why not? Why not? Especially if it's something I love doing. Like, I wouldn't do this for something I don't love doing. Kind of looks. I don't know. He kind of looks like the Solid Monster to me. I don't know why. Life starts at 40. Well, I wouldn't say that, too. I wouldn't say that because I don't want you younger guys to think, okay, I got so much time. Like, you do have time. Don't get me wrong. You guys are, for those of you, especially those of you who feel like you're behind and you're like 15, come on, man. Come on, man. Days are long, years are short. Sad fact of life, for sure, Metal Mocha. For sure. Um, but you have these kids that are like 15, like, oh man. But you know why? Because they look at the social media and they see these other kids their age, like succeeding, and they don't realize first of all, like that's 1 in a million, right? That's 1 in a million people. You know how many people are trying to do social media these days? It's every kid with a phone, and now every adult with a phone is trying to do social media now. Like it's never been tougher to be an influencer. You know, it's never been tougher. It's the what's it called? The competition has never been greater today than it was. I was very like I said, guys. I am very very blessed and happy I got into social media when I did, because it was at a time where not a lot were trying to get in. If I were trying to get in today from scratch, it'd be tough. It would be very, very tough to try to get in today. Because even back then I was struggling. Even back in 2015, still trying to figure out the social media game. You know, I was struggling. I didn't know what I was doing. You know, Jazza helped me as much as he could. But, you know, it was still a struggle. Even more so today. So that's the problem. Like a lot of kids today, they go and then they see these guys on you know, they see all these people on TikTok and stuff building these big audiences, and they're like, you know, why can't I do that? You know, they're like that. But they don't realize that, you know, some of these guys have been at it for quite a long time, you know, quite a long time. And that's why I tell a lot of these kids, hey, look, be patient, man. Put your head down and get to work. Just do the work. And sometimes it will take longer than for some than others. Remember, guys, it took me 5 years, 5 years or more than that, 5 years to get any traction on my channel. 5 years. I started 2013. It wasn't until 2018 where I saw significant traction in my channel. And then my channel hit 1 million in 2019, right? So that's what, 6 years? 7 years? 6 years, 7 years? So that's why I always tell you guys, have patience, guys. Patience is the key. Put your head down, make a plan, put your head down, try it for a while. Try it for a few months. And if after like a few months things aren't working as well as you could, okay, you pivot then. See what is working out there. Try to mimic what is working out there and go from there. But in terms of even just living life, you know, what can you do today? You know, like maybe we are in a situation where, you know, maybe physically we're not the best that we could be. Okay, then what can we do? What can we do? And then you sit down and you're like, okay, what can I do? And then let's just go and do it, man. Let's just do it. And I think that's what this is all about. Us getting together every day, you know, hanging out here. And it's about us trying to get to where we want to be, you know. That's pretty much it. So, oh, your dad's getting a procedure, Kevin? Well, all the best to him, my friend. Hopefully everything goes well. Okay, much love to your family, my friend. Yeah, that's always rough, the waiting, man. It always is rough. So there you go. Rigard says I've been procrastinating with my art for 20 years now. Want to get back into it seriously? Well, let's do it, my friend. Let's do it. You're drawing now? Make sure you're drawing now. Then let's go. I'll be your drill sergeant. Draw 2, 3, 4. Draw 2, 3, 4. Again, guys, whether you're drawing along with me or drawing your own thing or even just watching, I do appreciate any amount of time you want to spend with me this morning. But you know, I do say if you're willing to spend some time with me today, that we get busy, guys. Get busy. You know, let's do it, right, Solar? Let's do it. Grab your piece of paper, pencil, man. Let's get to work, guys. Let's get to work. Let's get a little bit closer every day. Inch a little bit closer to that dream of what you want to do, whatever that is, guys. Whatever that is. And let's inch our way forward. You know, and that's all we could do, guys. That's all we could do. Life's long, but it's short at the same time. Can you believe it's February 12 already? Drop down and give me 20 sketches. Draw 2, 3, 4. Draw 2, 3, 4. Metal Monkey was going to work. Have a good day at work, my friend. Can you believe it's February 12th already? Now, I am happy, guys, that, you know, started off this year strong, streamed every day so far, whether it be small or a long stream or short stream. Thanks to you guys, we've been doing some fun stuff here so far. You know, and you're always woulda, shoulda, coulda type thing. And part of me is like, man, what if I worked this hard, you know, a couple years ago, even a couple of years ago. You know, it's one of those type of things. But you know, it is what it is at this point, and I'm just happy you guys are here hanging out with me today. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Oh, oh, that's horrible, Rigard. Sorry to hear that, my friend. Today's February 12th. Can you believe that? February 12th. Mario's drawing the Hulk right now. Awesome, my friend. Okay, guys, I'm pretty sure we won't be able to, again, and again, my apologies, because I know that's the highlight of a lot of your, for a lot of you with these streams, is checking out the Discord. Again, because of how far behind I am on this piece, I'm not sure we'll be able to check the Discord today. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, guys, we'll see. If not, tomorrow for sure, guys. Guaranteed tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow we're going to be streaming a lot tomorrow. Not only will we have our regular stream, but my hope is actually we're going to be doing the cover stream tomorrow. So we actually work on a professional comic cover tomorrow. Man, I need a... Yeah, I might go to Michael's today, guys. Oh, your dog has surgery, Chris? What's wrong with your dog? Again, hope it goes well. I hope it goes well, Chris. I also draw sometimes when I'm not doing anything. Well, that's the best time to draw, for sure. Okay, take care, Rigard. Just hoping you feel better soon. It'd be cool. You think you know what, James Gunn? You might get something similar to this. Kevin says, "Wouldn't it be cool if we see this outfit of Lex Luthor from Chris Holt and James Gunn? Is that his name, Chris? Is it Chris? Yeah, I won't lie. I thought he would have made a good Superman. I thought he would have made a good Superman. I know he was in the running for Superman, and I think he would have made a great Superman if they casted him. But you know, good to see that he's gonna be Lex. Is it Nicholas Holt? Isn't it Nicholas Holt? Nicholas Holt. Oh no, that sucks, Chris. Chris is the dog has a mass cell tumor in her chest. Oh, oh, so sorry. Hope everything goes well, my friend. How old's your dog? How old's your dog? About 4 times the cost of your commission. Yeah, for sure. That's what happens, right? That's what happens. Uh, do you have insurance, Chris? Can I ask you that? I will say to you guys, like, you know, and I've been struggling with this with my dog right now. It's about the insurance because it's like you pay a lot a month for this insurance, you know, and isn't that what insurance is? It's like just in case something happens, just in case something happens, right? But the amount of money I have to pay for this insurance, right? Number one, it doesn't cover doctor visits. Like I was looking at all the insurance plans and stuff like that. It doesn't cover the doctor visits. You know, it's only like really for like major surgeries, and you know you hope you don't have to have a major surgery in the first couple of years. But the amount of money you got to pay a month for these places, anywhere between $100 to $200 a month. 15. Wow. Wow. That's quite the age for a dog for sure. Yeah. Well, I hope everything goes well, Chris. Really hope everything goes well, my friend. Much love to your family. Um, but you know, looking at the amount of money you have to pay for premiums, and then it's not everything. Well, you still have to pay. What's it called? You have to pay the premium. For those of you who don't know what premium is, they don't cover the thing entirely. You still, it has to be over a certain amount. So just say I have to pay like $300 of that surgery, and then they only cover 80% of the surgery or so. It's not even the full thing. And I'm like, why am I getting this insurance again? Like, why am I getting this insurance again? So it's like, wouldn't it be easier to take the money I was going to give to these guys, put it in a savings account, and hope that my dog doesn't need surgery for a long, long, long time? So I would have the money for it. You know what I mean? And just, instead of just giving it to these insurance companies, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's one thing you young guys don't have to worry about. It's insurance. So, so yeah, this Captain America movie. We'll see, guys. We'll see. Like some do like it. Some are, you know, they're saying it's not, you know, it's not the best movie, but you'll have a good time still. And maybe, you know, I probably will still have a good time. There were some movies I saw didn't have the best reviews, but you know, I enjoyed it for what it was. So maybe this will be one of those cases, right? Taxes. Psh, Right? That's the two certainties in life, guys. Death and taxes. Death and taxes. Man, Riddler has a thick quad. Give him a thick quad. He's got really spaced out eyes, too. I think his eyes too spaced out, I think. Okay, I got 30 seconds left on the Riddler here, guys, and then we're going to move on. We're going to do Sinestro. You know, again, Riddler's wasn't too hard. Probably sticking some of the time and adding more to... Okay, 5 seconds left. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to draw Sinestro now. There's Sinestro. I'm waiting to see Captain America when it hits Disney Plus. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. I think, look, to be honest, the only reason I'm really going to see it, I probably wouldn't go see it. Probably the only reason I'm going to go see it is I have to go, you know, it's Family Day on Monday. So Family Day is a holiday in Canada. I'm going to do 20 minutes for Sinestro here, guys. 20 minutes. I think I have some Sinestro reference here. Why so many villains were green and purple? We're green and purple because those colors are evil. But yeah. So it's Family Day on Monday. Again, don't worry. I'm still going to stream for sure on Monday, but it's it's a chance for me to go out with the family. Fam bam, as we say. My daughter's coming home from college, so just take them out. So I want to go catch a flick. Catch a movie, and why not? Why not see it in theaters? We'll see. Why not catch a movie? Let's see here. Family it is. That's right, Eddie. With your skill, speed, experience, how easy would it be for you to get a score comic cover artist gig? It's tougher than you think. It's much tougher than you think. Now these Astrobots, they approached me. They approached me to possibly do it. So that's why I ended up getting that gig. So I think for some of the smaller publishers, especially since I'm going to be at for me it's more than just the cover. I'm trying to do more content for the channel, right? So in a way, it's kind of free advertising to them, which actually in essence kind of makes the page rate a little underpriced. Well, compared to the brand deals I used to get, like I used to get these brand deals where, it was a lot of money before. Not anymore. Not these days. Not with my views. I'll tell you that much. But so they do like the promotion aspect of it, right? So I do have that going for me. That's one thing I can offer that the regular artist can't offer, is the fact that I could do this live with you guys and hang out, and they'll get a few thousand views on it, on their product. But the big two, I don't think I could get a cover job with the big two. I don't think I can. Uh, but again, I haven't tried. I haven't asked. But they definitely haven't asked me, right? So it's like, would I be able today to get one? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Again, maybe I'll try. I did inquire about doing like how I told you guys uh, like J. Scott Campbell. He does his own covers, right? I did inquire about doing that, doing something similar where I would do that, and then I would sell it in my store type thing. But they never got back to me for that. I'm thinking maybe I need to partner with somebody to do something like that. Maybe I'll ask my buddy from Gotham Central here, our comic store here, because he does a lot of exclusive covers. Maybe I should ask him for advice on that. Maybe we could partner up even. That might be a thing to do. Partner up, see if we could get that going. So I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure. Are you interested with the upcoming Lantern series coming out? I actually am. I actually am. No, though I don't know how to watch it. Um, we don't have HBO Max here. We have something called Crave, and I don't want to get Crave. I don't want to get Crave. But it looks interesting. They got what's his name, Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan. I remember before there were rumors that Kyle Chandler was going to be Cable. There were a lot of rumors that he was going to be the one chosen to be Cable before Josh Brolin got it. I remember that because that was the time we were all trying to do fan art of the actors casted. Now it's like 2 clicks of a button with AI. So yeah, definitely interested in the Lanterns show if I'm able to watch it. It's very hard for me these days to be committed to a TV show, guys. It's like I have so much to do, and TV shows are this thing where you gotta sit down and watch, right? Like I remember before when I was getting back into doing this, when I hired those guys, I was going live in the mornings on a different channel, and I would try to do like a watch along with these Marvel shows, but draw at the same time. And it's tough because you miss things. Like I remember we were watching Hawkeye. And I totally missed the Kingpin. I totally missed him. And that was the most important part of the episode. But I totally missed the fact that the Kingpin was there. So stuff like that, it's tough. Now sometimes I will put on a TV show, kind of as white noise, as I draw. But especially like anime, forget anime. It's like if it's anime, it has to be dubbed. It has to be dubbed because if it's subtitled, I actually have to sit there and watch the subtitles. Even though people always say that the subtitles is the much better version of the show. And would you agree with that? May I ask my friends here that watch anime? Do you agree with that? That the subtitle version is better than the actual English dub of an anime? Maybe though my friends here who watch a lot of anime, you guys can enlighten me. But from what I hear, from what my kids tell me, it's always better to watch. You know. But again, I'm looking down, right? So it's more like a radio podcast type thing, So we're gonna see Uncle Roger. What's my favorite Marvel movie? The first Avengers. We talked about this before. Mainly because it's a nostalgia thing. Even though I think that things like Captain America: Winter Soldier and of course Endgame and what's called Infinity War were better movies per se. Um, Sentimentally, that did it for me the most because that was the very first time we actually saw those characters together on screen. Like we'd never seen that before. Before that movie, we never seen all of those characters come together. So as a lifelong, well, I want to see lifelong, but a Marvel fan, Marvel Comics fan, to actually see those characters come to life, for the first time together on screen, you can't match that anymore. Like the first time, that's it, right? Like, of course, it's cool seeing other characters come in, but to see the big three, Marvel's big three, come together. Though technically Iron Man wasn't a big three, but to see the Avengers come together on screen for the first time, like that's a feeling I'll never get back. Like a lot of people that Endgame, the on your left, that Endgame assemble that did it for them. That's awesome. Yeah, of course it did it for me too, for sure. But to see for the first time having your favorite characters assemble, quote unquote assemble, you know, that's definitely meant a lot for sure. Um, Why do Wait, what's up, J10? Good to see you. Why all actors such old people? Unnecessary casting. Well, you can tell they're going somewhere with that Kyle. I keep wanting to say Kyle Fletcher, man. This wrestling talk. Stop with the wrestling. What do I call Kyle Fletcher? Kyle. What's his name? Kyle. Now I can't get Kyle Fletcher out of my head. Chandler. Kyle Chandler. Thank you. Kyle Chandler. Well, you got to see where they're going with it. Again, they're probably going with a younger cast, right? They're going with a younger cast. So maybe a Kyle Rayner, more Kyles. Maybe that's the route they're going with the Green Lanterns. In terms of Green Lanterns going forward. So we don't know. It's like let's take a look. Kyle Fletcher, you mean Will Ospreay? He shaved his head. He's not Will Ospreay anymore. My gosh, maybe I should start a wrestling podcast. Just for my own sanity. Maybe I should do a wrestling podcast, guys. If I did do a wrestling podcast, what would I call it? Box office wrestling? Okay, that's a question for you guys. For you guys who are who are also fellow wrestling fans here, what should I call my wrestling podcast? What would I call it? What would I call my wrestling podcast? Is there any property, video game, or movie that you give an opportunity you wish you had worked on? Christine said. Um, like none where I regret I didn't work on it, but I would have loved to have worked on Iron Man. I think I could have done a cool Iron Man. Um, I would say what else? I would have loved to have worked on a book called Cyberforce. Two books, Cyberforce and Youngblood. I would have loved to work on both those books. Box office wrestling. That would keep it with the brand, right? Box office wrestling would work. That would definitely keep with the brand. I got 6 minutes left on Sinestro here, guys. But oh, what was the question again? Drawing the ropes, the Philippine Machine. I would call myself the Philippine Machine for sure on the thing. Um, let's see here. So Youngblood and Cyberforce will be two. Spider-Man. I think I could do a good Spider-Man story. Again, yes, I was offered a Spider-Man story as my first Marvel job. I was offered this first Spider-Man story. I couldn't make it work timing wise. I would say Spider-Man. If there's a book I would want to draw today, probably Spider-Man. I would say Spider-Man. If we're gonna go box office and body slams like this, the art of wrestling. No, there's already the art of wrestling. That's Colt Cabana's podcast. I feel sorry for Colt Cabana, man. I feel sorry for him. But he's like one of the OG wrestling podcaster. But that was his thing, the art of wrestling. Yeah, so unfortunately, I can't use that, or and I think wrestling with art would be too close. Ray's Rumble, I love that. James's aggression era. Marvel artist loves wrestling. That would set me apart for sure. That would set me apart from everyone else. Marvel artist loves wrestling. I actually don't mind that one. That's actually not bad, deterrent. It's not bad. Like if we want to keep brand, box office wrestling makes sense. BOW, right? BOW, BOW, BOW. Venom, yeah. A Venom. That's actually a good one, Chris. That's a good one. If I did a Venom book, well, that's why it's like Spider-Man. I would love to be like just to say you were on a main Spider-Man title. BOW, BOW. Box office brawl. Hey, that's not bad. We've used that before. We've used box office brawl before. BOW, BOW. Live action storytelling. That's right, Supremo. Superio. It's not just wrestling. There you go. We need a live action Legion of Doom. Yeah, for sure. We would have got it with Zack Snyder. We would have got it. But, that's come and gone, guys. Let's let it go. It's never happening. But you never know with James Gunn, James Gunn could be doing it. We'll see. Let it go. Let it go. No Legion of Doom anymore. BOW. BOW. There's a podcast that interviews the older retired wrestlers. Love watching the Hulk and Undertaker talk about the old days in the biz. Which podcast is that you're talking about, Chris? Like in terms of podcast, like interview podcast, I think what's his name is the best. What's his name? Chris Van Vliet. I think he's the best. Hi, morning, love. You know who I think I am, guys. You know who I am. The best comparison of me right now in terms of the YouTube space and the Marvel space when it comes to wrestlers. I am the maven of art. I am the maven of comic art. And let me explain why. Right now, Maven is killing it on YouTube. Right, Maven is killing it on YouTube. He was one of the first. And is still doing extremely well on YouTube, right? However, like he was a WWE wrestler, but not the longest career in WWE. He had a career in WWE, wasn't the longest career, just like me, right? Didn't have the longest career in Marvel. but I was the first one to brand my stuff as a martial artist in that sense. So it's like I see the comparisons there. I see the comparisons. You know. There you go. BOW. BOW. Again, the first 9 issues of Venom Lethal Protector with the crossover with Punisher and the Feudal Pyre was cool. I remember those. I remember the Lethal Protector series with the red foil cover. I remember that. Okay. Okay, so this Sinestro is pretty much done. Just gonna do a quick erase on him. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna draw the Toyman. 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 It's Toyman. Draw Toyman now. Maven. I am the Maven of art YouTubers. I am the Maven of art YouTubers. That's what I would say I am. There you go. B-O-W. B-O-W. Let's see here. Superior says we need a special BOW event, like Great Balls of Fire. There you go. What time is it now? Okay, it's 7:30. Okay, we're doing okay, guys. Again, this is not like Lord said the other day. These costumes aren't that bad. Do 15 minutes for Toyman here. Would you draw on your wrestling channel or just talk about the wrestling with friends and interviewees? I probably would draw. Just to make it a little different, I probably would draw on it. Guys, you guys are making me want to do a wrestling podcast. You really are, man. And again, it's not for everybody on this channel. It is definitely something different. And I know a lot of you, when I do wrestling, you do humor me in that sense, where you'll accept it because you're into the craft. So. James, you are now in podcast mode. There you go. Oh, 6 feet under with a Mark Calloway. Yeah, 6 feet, of course. And people are saying it's funny with Mark Calloway. Right? If you guys don't know who Mark Calloway is, he's the Undertaker. And wrestlers are just laughing now because if there was anyone who kept kayfabe, if you guys know what kayfabe is when a wrestler remains that character even when they're not on TV. Like they go around. They go around town. They're pretending to be that character. They act like that character. Like, can you imagine Matt Hardy being his broken character, just walking around town? Yes, yes. Him at the grocery store. I will take this chips in the bag. That was horrible. That was horrible. But kayfabe is when the wrestler plays the character no matter where he is. So he wants to be seen in public as that character. And The Undertaker was the epitome of kayfabe. Meaning, didn't matter where he was playing The Undertaker for years. And you know how long he's been playing The Undertaker. So people think it's hilarious now that he's actually sitting there and finally telling all the stories, telling his old stories, finally just being himself, and not the Undertaker character, right? And people love it. People love it because he's got a lot of stories. Oh boy. You should do a podcast with interviews with other famous artists to talk about how the biz evolved over the years. Well, that's what I'm hoping, Chris. I am hoping. You guys know I started that. I did start that before. And it's up. If you guys are interested in any of the podcasts I shot before, go check out the Box Office Artist podcast channel. I do have a podcast channel. It's called the Box Office Artist podcast channel. And there you'll see a few interviews there that I've done over the years. I have a very quick one with Art Germ. I have a long, extensive one with Paul Shipper and with Jim Zub and with Todd Knock. You know, part of me like, well, what would have happened if I kept up with that stuff? But in essence, that's what David Finch is doing, right? That's why he has what's it called, all those guys coming on his live streams and stuff. So he's already doing something like that, right? Ooh, look at that! This marker looks fresh. Oh yeah, looking like a fresh marker. Looks like a fresh marker. I should get Frank on. Which Frank? Which Frank, my friend? The 10 hours laugh, though. There he goes, Primo. Box office Bonesaw. Bonesaw McGraw. Oh, yeah. Ticket. But I probably would introduce myself like that, Hilaria. Welcome to the Box Office Artist. The Box Office BOA Wrestling. I am your host. I am the Philippine Machine. I am the Box Office Artist. B-O-W. B-O-W. Mark's switch to a biker guy was great. It showed up with a bike and tattoos was the best switch. You know, one thing I do miss, because, you know, Undertaker makes his sporadic appearances on WWE television, like he was just on the first Raw. And, you know, and of course he's in his biker character, which I love. I love his biker character. It makes sense for him now. Like, I don't think he could come out as the Undertaker anymore, like the dead man Undertaker anymore. He has to come out like that now, his biker character, but because it just doesn't fit. But with that, man, I'll be honest, guys. For those of you who are into the Attitude Era, I want to hear him to come out to Limp Bizkit. I want to hear him come out to Limp Bizkit. Because that was his theme song before, right? Rolling, 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 yeah! Rolling, 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 come on! Rolling, 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 yeah! Because that's how I remember the Undertaker. Because they're using like his other music now, and again, it's a rights thing, right? I get why it's a rights thing, but I want to hear that theme, man. I totally want him to come out to that theme. Rolling, 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 ah! Rolling, rolling. Frank, which Frank? Are you talking about Frank Miller? Uh. And again, yes, my apologies for the wrestling talk. When, you know, somebody asked about it. I like to, you know, you guys know I love talking wrestling, but I want to keep it to a minimum here because, you know, I know not everyone's a wrestling fan on here, which is totally cool, totally cool. But we are art fans for sure. So if you're watching me right now, I assume that you are an art fan, and that's why if we did do a wrestling podcast, I don't know if we would do it on this channel or not, or if I should just start a new channel for that. It would takes a lot of time to grow, but didn't Tigger have that silly storyline where if you had his urn, you could control him? I don't remember that specifically. I don't remember that story specifically. I don't doubt that a story like that could happen, but I don't remember that story if that's the case. But if I, which top three wrestlers would you love to interview? Hmm. I don't know. I never thought about actually interviewing wrestlers if I were to do a podcast. I never thought about interviewing wrestlers. I think Edge, or as he's known now Cope, mainly because there is a slight connection with Edge and comics. I would get the ones that are comic collectors, because at least we could talk a little bit about that. And there are a bunch, right? Like for example, like Aleister Black. Um, he's going to be Aleister Black again. He's going back to WWE, but you know he's visited Gotham Central here, like Brody King, like what's it name? Ethan Page. Ethan Page would be one, probably. Because I'd love to talk about the comics connection too with these wrestlers, right? How they, a lot of these guys are big nerds like us. And they make that distinction. So. So I don't know, because that's the thing. I don't think I would get wrestlers on. I wouldn't interview wrestlers because that's not my thing, right? Like, I would be too scared to talk to them. I'd be very starstruck. Let's just say that I'd be very starstruck to talk to wrestlers. If anything, it's more just to give them a piece of artwork. You know what I mean. But other than that, it's like, because it's one of those things too. I don't know how much more I would add to the conversation that other people would do. Mick Foley, yeah, maybe. Okay, we're up for Giganta. Yeah, pretty much we're almost done this one. Okay, and okay, let's draw Giganta. And I think we could call this a stream, guys. We did actually good time on this one today, guys. And again, I attribute that to the costumes being simple. If it wasn't simple, then will interviewing wrestlers feel like living the dream? I don't know. I'm a little shy. Sorry, man, I'm a little shy. I don't know, guys. I like it's more. It's hard to say because I've never interviewed a wrestler. Because also, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, like I hardly listen to, I will listen to Chris Van Vliet because I think he does a great job interviewing these wrestlers. Um, Because again, guys, I'm trying to think what I could add to what's not there. If I feel I have a voice that's different than what a Chris Van Vliet could do, or redo this one here, guys. Okay, guys. So we'll go till the end of, till 8 o'clock. Looks like we're gonna go straight till 8. Again, guys, if I feel I can add more to the conversation, then yeah, for sure. But I keep stressing that part just because I don't know. I don't know what more I could add. Now, if I could figure that out, for sure. You know, I like the idea of talking with them, and presenting art to them. Well, I was telling you before, Larry. I talked to before. I went in depth of how I would start like a wrestling channel. How I would do that. That would be one of the main content. I would draw a piece of art for them, maybe like highlighting their entire career, and then go to a con and give it to them. And that's really easy because I know a lot of con owners right now, and I'm sure they would be happy to be a part of that. You know, like Kurt Angle was just at Ottawa Comic Con recently, right here, and it's like I don't know what to say to him. You know what I mean? And I'm sure the owner would have let me do that. You know, as a gift from myself and the especially if I say if it's a gift from myself and the comic convention. You know, bye, Solar. Have a good day. Because they all go to comic conventions, right? And if it works out, if the first few work out, then I will actually make it a point to go to those like those pure wrestling conventions to go meet these guys. Okay, have fun at work. So, anyway, yeah, okay, that's enough wrestling talk. We talked quite a bit about wrestling. My apologies to the non-wrestling fans here. But again, we are talking wrestling today because of this, guys. Because of this. My friend, all right. Again, thanks to my friend Titan. Who got this for me when he went to the Royal Rumble and got me a couple of shirts. I'm going to wear the next one tomorrow, my friend. Have you done a drawing of different ages of Undertaker? I have not, Walter. And again, that's the one I would love to do. Like, I would love to do evolutions of wrestlers, for sure. And there's so many. Like, Undertaker's, like Stone Cold, Chris Jericho. Like there's tons. Tons. Raise the King. So, James, put a top on. You can't see my shirt, eh? Okay, guys, so coming down to it, we got 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure I can finish her drawing in 10 minutes. So, guys, if you're just new to the stream, a couple things. First of all, thank you guys for joining in. Number one, of course, first and foremost, thank you so much for joining in today. Number two, please do check out my latest video. I put out a video last night, around midnight last night, because I realized I didn't put it up. I thought it was going up at 6 p.m. last night, and I had it set for 6 p.m. today. So, but I have a schedule, so I needed that video out yesterday, so I just put it up at midnight last night. And again, not doing the best, but this is a video I had a lot of fun doing. So if you guys want to check out me drawing the Flintstones, okay, in a Marvel style, fully colored, the fully colored version, that video's up right now on the channel. So please do check that out. You can even go right now. I won't blame you. Go ahead, go check it out. Go. Come back. I'll still be here. Go now. What are you still doing here? Go. Or open in another tab. Open another tab. Go check that out. Number two, go check out today's video. Today's video will be up at 6 p.m. Eastern. And it will be, it's the Super Friends video, the part one of the Super Friends video. And like I said, guys, I'm doing these Copic coloring. And I will tell you right now, in my opinion, when you see it live, it's so much better when you see it live as compared to when it's scanned in and reproduced. That's why some people don't even scan it in. Some people just like to take a picture of it, and it's better when you take a picture of it. You guys be the judge. So let's talk about it tomorrow, and we will do that. Okay. Man, it's so nice to have a marker that works. Wrestlers as superheroes and villains. We talked about that. We talked about that for sure. So please do check out those videos. It would mean a lot to me, the world to me, if you did. Thank you for checking out the Ben 10 one we did. So we are starting to put up the videos that we did this year in the live streams, and they are finally colored, or they are going to be colored. So please do check those out when you get the chance. I appreciate it, my friend. My friends, I appreciate you. Let's see here. Any iconic wrestling moments history made impact? Any iconic wrestling moments made an impact? Impact on what, my friend? An impact on me? Impact on the wrestling business? Like, because I was telling you guys like other pieces I'd love to do, like in terms of the wrestling pieces, like I'd love to do a full DX piece. I would love to do a full NWO. Imagine me drawing all the NWO wrestlers, that type of thing. I could draw like different eras, right? Of course, there's the Attitude Era. There's the Ruthless Aggression Era. There's lots of eras. Like sky's the limit, really. NWO versus DX. There you go. There you go, kid Jonathan. There you go. We gotta watch some wrestling together when we're in the next time in the Philippines. you know, maybe we could do like an updated Heart Foundation. You know what I do? I do an updated Heart Foundation, but have it be like all Canadian wrestlers. So we could have like Lexus King. We could have of course maybe Chris Jericho's in there. Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens. If you're Canadian, you're in the Hart Foundation. Okay, you're a Canadian. Yes, please. Let's do that, Jonathan, for sure. Uh, what advice would you give for creating comic covers? I understand Marvel and DC are picky with their covers. Well, covers do two things, Larry. Like, number one, they sell the book. Number two, they have to be a representation of what's inside the book. Okay, so the only reason they're really picky is number one, your cover can't give too much away of the story, but they also have to really tell people what's going on in the book, right? So, what time is it, guys? It is 56. We got 4 minutes left. Is there wrestling comics? I'm not sure. Yes, there is. There absolutely is. AEW actually, because they're partners. They're huge partners with Warner Brothers. So there's a lot of DC comics, AEW comics now. And I think there are WWE ones as well. I don't know who publishes them though. Maybe some of you guys know who publishes the WWE comics. We're just going to finish this hand, guys, and then we're going to call it a stream. And I want to thank you guys for joining in on the stream today. So let me just ask you guys for tomorrow's stream. And again, we're going to stream multiple times tomorrow, guys, because I'm hoping that we could get to that Astrobots cover tomorrow. But we will be doing our regular stream in the morning. So my question to you guys is, what do you want me to draw tomorrow? Now, we have the two. That we talked about. Okay, so it's either or. We're either going to do the Jetsons tomorrow. And there's a reason why I need to do the Jetsons, guys. It's because I'm trying to finish off that Hanna-Barbera piece. That full Hanna-Barbera piece. So the Jetsons needs to be a part of that. So I do need to do the Jetsons. And, of course, we have Danny Phantom, which is a series I'm starting. So the Danny Phantom series, that is a whole Nickelodeon piece I'm doing. So a whole bunch of Nickelodeon characters. Now, I've already done Cat Dog. I've already done... I'm actually going to use the old... I'm probably not going to draw SpongeBob again, because I really like the SpongeBob I did before, so I'm just going to use that. And we'll just focus on drawing the other characters. But in terms of Nickelodeon, that's one of the first ones we're going to do. So, there you go. Some wrestlers have written comics. Yes, absolutely. CM Punk has written a comic. All right, guys. I think that's it. Well, I would like to draw her leg. And then I'll probably just black out everything else, guys. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing here. I'm just blacking out the inside here. Make my life a little easier. Alrighty, guys. Alright, and that's it. This is our part 1 of our Legion of Doom piece. Part 1. Okay, so not bad. Again, could I spend more time on these characters? Absolutely. But for the time we have... just bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to get everything in frame here. There you go. There you go. There you go. So this is where we're at for this piece, okay? So that's part 1. We are adding 2 more parts here. And we will go from there, my friends, okay? Boom Studios has done the W. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. See, that's a comic I want to work on. Boom Studios, for sure. Yeah, there you go. So the Jetsons, you guys want to do Jetsons tomorrow? We can do Jetsons tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do Jetsons tomorrow. Yeah, let's just get it done. Jetsons, we'll get it out of the way. And then Friday, we'll do Danny Phantom. And we will go from there. We will go from there, guys. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for today's stream. I have to go. It's 8 o'clock already. You guys know I have to leave at 8 o'clock every day. So have yourselves a wonderful day, whatever you are working on, whatever you're doing. Please do keep safe wherever you are in the world. We have a snowstorm today. If you're in the Toronto area, please take care of yourselves, my friend. Yep, we're doing the Justin tomorrow. That's it. Justin tomorrow. Okay, guys, wherever you are in the world, please do stay safe. Please take care of yourselves and your family. And you know what we do here? First of all, we outline... Giganta, quickly. That's what we do. And what else do we do? We give ourselves a high five right here. A high five right here. And thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. My name is James Rice. I am the box office artist. Hello, John Doe. Good to see you, my friend. I'm here to say keep drawing. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Oh, again, 6 p.m. today. Check out the Super Friends piece coming right at you. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Bye.